Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to everyone. My name is Imran, and today I am going to talk to you guys and share with you guys about Hijrah, the main reason why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam migration from the city of Mecca to the city of Medina. So I'm sure that all of you guys have heard about Hijrah, but unfortunately there are still misconceptions about it, and people are still in the dark about the history itself. Most of the people, especially the non-Muslim and even some of the Muslim, they believe that the Hijrah is an event where the Prophet Muhammad was taking refuge at the Medina. This happened because most of them doesn't even read the Quran, doesn't even read the Hadith, doesn't read the Sirah, doesn't doing the full research about it. They just believe in the word of people, especially the Orientalists. So the Western Orientalists, most of them, they just want to tarnish the name of Prophet Muhammad as well as Islam. So they said that Hijrah is an event where the Prophet run away from Mecca, taking refuge in Medina. But it is not. If you read the Sirah, if you read the Hadith, after the event of the Isra Mi'raj, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was conveying the message of Islam to the people of Yatrib itself. So Yatrib is the name before Medina. So at that time there are 6 people who listened to him, and they accept Islam, and they took pledge that they will never do any illegal act, and that they will obey him all the time. So in the next year, over 12 people came to meet with the Prophet, took pledge, accept Islam, and took pledge that they will never do any illegal act, and that they will obey him all the time. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent one of his companions, Mus'ab bin Umair, to become the first ambassador to the city of Medina itself, to the Yatrib itself, to teach and guide them about Islam. So the next year, over 72 men and 2 women came meet with the Prophet. But this time, they not only took pledge, but they offered their hand to the Prophet to become their leader and to guide them at the Yatrib itself. So the Prophet chose 12 deputies to organizing and da'wah at the Yatrib itself. So based on this event that I have just tell you, it showed that the people of Yatrib itself offered the Prophet to become their leader and to guide them at the Yatrib itself. So where the part that the Prophet run away from Mecca, where the part that Prophet taking refuge at the Medina, does have, right? Even when the Prophet arrived at the city of Medina, people become what with extreme joy, with tears. Even people rushed toward him. He was loved by everyone. Everyone was keen to salute him. Even everyone wants the Prophet to stay at their house. Even the leader of all tribes was keen to have Prophet as their guest. So I give you an example. If I will run away from my house, and I run away from my house, and then I go to my friend's house to stay at my friend's house, and then when I arrive, his family was greet me with tears, with joys. They're happy to have me. And his father said to me, "Oh, please, become our leader. Guide me, guide us." Is this logic? No, right? So it's just the same if you said that the Prophet Muhammad was taking refuge at the Medina, he ran away from Mecca. It is logic that the people suddenly asked the Prophet to become their leader. They asked the refuge people to become their leader and to guide them. Is this logic? No, right? So it's just that most people doesn't even read the Quran, doesn't even read the Hadith, and doesn't even read the Sirah. They just don't they don't doing a full research about it. They just believe in the word of people, especially the non-Muslim and the Orientalists. So before I end my speech, if you guys want to know about Islam, once you guys have to, ask the right people. You cannot. You want to know about Islam, but you ask the non-Muslim, you ask the Orientalists. You cannot do that. You have to ask the Muslim itself about Islam. You must read the Hadith, read the Sirah, read the history itself, doing the full research about it, to know and to fully understand about Islam. Because this always happen, If anything bad happen, like terrorism or something like that, it was Islam was to blame. Because people thought that Islam was a terrorist. They thought that Islam was a bad religion. Because this happened because they don't fully understand about it. They don't really know about Islam. The Orientalists and the non-Muslim, they spread the fake news, false news about the Prophet, about the Islam, so that everyone thought that Islam was evil, was terrorist. So, just like I said, if you want to know more about Islam, try ask the Muslim, ask the right people, truly understand the history itself, read the Sirah, the Hadith, and then I'm sure that you will understand about Islam. You will know that Islam is a good religion, a true religion. So if you guys have any other question, you can just ask me after this. So thank you for listening, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.